Hey y'all, it's Kim. So I just posted a video on that Sri Thanadar that's pushing for the impeachment of Donald Trump for the third time. And all three times it's failed. But according to this article, it says 21 hours ago, it says House Democrats fume at rogue Trump impeachment push by Andrew Solinder with Axios, I guess. Um, Left is Sri Thanadar, this weird guy. Oh my goodness. Let me just go on. Anyway, I just posted the other video so you can go look at that if you so choose. Like, here we go again. Trump impeachment 3.0. Okay. And then it says Rep. Sri Thanadar, a Democrat from Michigan, has set off an internal furor among House Democrats with his unsanctioned efforts to impeach President Trump. Axios has learned why it matters. In addition to many House Democrats seeing the push as being are both premature and counterproductive, some are also chafing at Thanadar's tactics in drumming up support for his impeachment articles. It says four House Democrats who were briefly listed as co-sponsors have all since withdrawn, with some saying they wrongly believed leadership was supporting the measure. Sources told Axios that Thanadar also signed at least one colleague on as a co-sponsor based on a vague one-on-one conversation without notifying their staff. State of play, Thanadar announced Monday that he is introducing 7 articles of impeachment against Trump. You can go look that up if you like. I'm not watching this idiot again because it's just infuriating. But anyway, he's going off like this in a video about all the things he believes Trump is, yeah, impeachable for. It says the charges against Trump include obstruction of justice, abuse of power, bribery, and corruption, and tyranny, mostly based on the president's iron fisted consolidation of power in his second term. His announcement came just hours after Thanadar drew a primary challenge from state rep Donovan McKinney as part of persistent efforts by Democrats in his district to oust him. What they're saying, House Intelligence Committee ranking member Jim Himes, Democrat from Connecticut, asked whether Thanadar's efforts are being taken seriously by leadership, told Axios, I don't think so. There is a long, long, long way to go before the concept of impeachment is on the table, he added. Said House Judiciary Committee ranking member Jamie Raskin, a Democrat from Maryland. The fact that people have withdrawn suggests people wanted to think through collectively the timing of it. And then Representative Steve Cohen, Democrat from Tennessee, who introduced rogue impeachment articles against Trump in 2017, told Axios there's no question he's committed impeachable offenses, and a fair jury might convict him, but not a jury in the Senate. It's a big messaging piece. Zoom in. Privately, House Democrats are being far less conciliatory. This is a self-own that fundamentally undermines our capacity to continue to have a conversation with people we need to win over, one told Axios on the condition of anonymity. Said another House Democrat, why would we do something that has failed twice as a strategy and yielded no electoral win? The guy got impeached twice. How did it work out for us? Badly, because people saw what y'all were doing with that combined with the lawfare and everything else. Anyway, a third told Axios it seems self-serving and not a genuine effort to rein in the president. Many lawmakers speculated that there is a clear connection between the McKinney's run and the impeachment push. Others grumbled about Thanadar's use of official congressional funds to pay for billboards in his district promoting his efforts, with one senior House Democrat saying that aspect has everyone upset. Zoom in. It was Thanadar himself who intimated, to colleagues that he had leadership backing. The senior House Democrat and another Democratic aide familiar with the matter told Axios. Representative Robin Kelly, Democrat from Illinois, was under the impression that the resolution was drafted and reviewed by experts from the House Judiciary Committee when she originally signed on, a spokesperson told Axios. And then Representative, I'm going to probably mess it up, Kwasi Mfume, a Democrat from Maryland, removed himself because he was made aware it was not cleared by Democratic leadership and not fully vetted legally, and he preferred to err on the side of caution. His spokesperson said, "Leadership has made clear that they don't support it." The senior lawmaker told Axios. A Democratic leadership aide echoed that sentiment, noting that the party is focused on other issues. The intrigue, Thanedar signed at least one colleague onto the measure after they merely indicated openness to supporting it down the road if it picked up more backers. A senior aide for that lawmaker and another House Democrat told Axios Thanedar's aides did not give the lawmaker's staff notice until they had already been signed on, sources said, and then a staffer for Representative Jerry Nadler, Democrat from New York, emailed other offices Thursday asking that they notify staff before adding lawmakers as bill co-sponsors because members can walk away with different impressions of a conversation, as Politico first reported. I don't think any of us want to learn that their boss was added to a bill that's been introduced from a Google alert. Ooh, the aide wrote. The other side, I respect my colleague's decision. This is not a decision I came to lightly and can appreciate anyone that wants to think deeply about this, Thanedar said in a statement to Axios. My constituents elected me to do what I think is right, and I felt I had to introduce articles of impeachment in response to the president's many crimes and unconstitutional activity, he added. But we voted for Trump because we wanted him to do all of these things. And he should be allowed to do all those things. But I know it's got to go through the court system and blah, 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 and all this other stuff. Anyway, it says these articles that I drafted without any other members, as more offices analyze the articles, I hope more will come on board. And I'm grateful for my colleague, Representative Al Green's support and co-sponsorship. And remember him, he was the one shoving that cane or waving the cane around during the joint Congress thing. And then it says House Democrat unveils articles of impeachment against Trump. Okay, and I guess this is basically like the same thing. Let's see what it says here. Oh, I think it's, oh, okay. It says Shri Thanerar, Monday introduced 7 long shot articles of impeachment against President Trump. Why it matters. It's the first time this year a House Democrat has tried to impeach the president or a member of his administration, though it will almost certainly not be the last. Representative Al Green, Democrat from Texas, who was censured last month for disrupting Trump's speech to a joint session of Congress, has said he is planning articles of impeachment as well. And then Representative Ilhan Omar, Democrat from Minnesota, also privately floated impeaching Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth, National Security Advisor Mike Waltz, and Director of National Intelligence the Director of National Intelligence, Tulsi Gabbard, over Signalgate, driving the news. Thanedar, who garnered a second primary challenge on Monday morning, said in a statement that Trump is unfit to serve as president and represents a clear and present danger to our nation's constitution and our democracy. We cannot wait for more damage to be done. Congress must act, he added. His articles of impeachment accused Trump of obstruction of justice, abuse of power, usurpation of power, bribery, and corruption, mostly related to the president's consolidation of power and personal finances. The reality check, the measures are almost certainly going nowhere, especially with Republicans in control of both the House and the Senate. Thanedar could, in theory, force a vote on impeachment, but has not said if he will do so. House Minority Leader Hakeem Jeffries, Democrat from New York, said at a press conference on Monday, I haven't evaluated the articles. I haven't even had an opportunity to talk with him about it. And the White House spokesperson did not immediately respond to a request for comment because there's just starting all over again. Yeah, basically that's the same uh, article. And then it says if Democrats win back the House in 26, they will impeach President Trump. Too many House members in competitive districts are considering jumping ship. It is their duty to protect the Trump agenda, and the best place to do it is to stay and win their seats. Yeah, I mean, it's crazy that they're willing to just abandon Trump because it gets a little hard. Let's see what these people have to say.
Donald Trump has already done real damage to our democracy. But defying the unanimous 9-0 Supreme Court ruling, that has to be the final straw. It's time we impeach Donald J. Trump.
I'm not going to lie. When I first saw that, I thought that it was like a parody of some kind. It's not. It's a real member of Congress. So the impeachment has begun, and this is the leader, Sri Thanadar. They're going after him again. This is the same playbook. How do you think this ends?
Well, I think that they're going to try to make sure that they win the House back. That's what they've been saying. They've been making that comment over and over again. We've got to have the House so we can go after the president. Going after the president, we know what it is. It's impeachment. That's why we have so many House members right now who are saying, I'm going to step out of my seat and run for higher office. If you are in a close seat in the House, your duty is to make sure you protect this country. And the best place to do it is in your House seat.
Yeah, that's crazy. It says, well, January 24th. This is a little bit old, but it says Democrats have filed articles of impeachment against Trump. After 4 long days, he has failed to fulfill all of his campaign promises, and because he made half the country laugh at them. What? It is thought that by the time they regain the majority, they will be as old as Nancy Pelosi. Oh my goodness. Stop. And this is the billboard they were talking about. It says taxpayer dollars wasted on billboards. Democrats can't even sell their ideas, so they buy ads like Desperate Losers. A pathetic, just admit you're out of touch. Stop. Sorry, my dog is pawing at the carpet. It says Representative Sri demands Congress impeach Trump. It says backbench Democrat uses taxpayer funds to promote Trump impeachment. This is from August. It says, based on what? No crimes have been committed. Look at this guy, sheer lunacy. This literally all the Democrats have to offer. Negative, gloom, and lunacy. How Democrat unveils articles of impeachment against Trump. But I mean, think about it. They get out there, lie, fearmonger, gaslight, scare the hell out of their constituents, saying Trump's a Hitler and he's an existential crisis and all the other stuff. And it's like, it would have been worse under Kamala Harris. What are you talking about? She would have tried to basically bankrupt the country over all of her stuff. And anyway, it's just, they're always projecting. It says, are Dems crazy enough to impeach Trump again? 2 Dem congressmen push impeachment with 0 grounds, admitting they just want to do it. Biden's disasters, the open borders, inflation ignored while they obsess over Trump. Yep. And Democrats are openly admitting their plan. If they secure a midterm majority, they will push to impeach Trump. Their desperation to remove him is clear. And the only thing stopping them is their lack of control. They're not hiding their intentions anymore. They want Trump out. And they'll act the moment that they have power. Well, we don't need to give them power. You should look at the last 4 years and see what happens when Democrats are in power. It says, of course, no Democrat will support impeaching the most beloved public figure of all time just before the 2028 election. The Democrats won't even take control of the House in 2026 at this rate. Yeah, and then several House Democrats have already come out and said they will not support Representative Sri Thanadar's impeachment effort against Trump per the Hill. It's dead in the water already. Yeah, I mean, there's no reason to impeach him. And I think it will wind up being very bad for them if they try that again. I mean, I'm not threatening anything because whatever, I'm one person So I don't think that will be good for them to do that. It says House Democrats suggest they'll refuse to certify the election. Okay, that's old. That's March 5th of 2024, excuse me. These are old. Let's see. That's old too. I just wanted to go through here and see what it said about Democrats and impeachment of Trump 2025. So apparently it's not as popular as this guy thinks it is. They're not going forward with it. But y'all, these people are like nuts. Oh, and then it says right here, Street Thanador looks like he may be trying to copy the Lego hair look. Oh my gosh. So I'll leave y'all with that. Anyway, talk to y'all later. If I don't see you, have a good weekend. It's raining here, so I don't know how many videos I'll be able to do. But I'll talk to y'all. Have a good one. Bye.